I don't want to take you to jail for something else. I don't want to take you to jail.
Who's yelling? Who is this person?
Have you ever heard of a crime so bizarre that it leaves you utterly speechless? In this unbelievable story, a woman, often referred to as a Karen, found herself in handcuffs for an act that defies all logic. On July 8, 2022, in Vero Beach, Florida, what started as a routine meeting to finalize divorce papers turned into a dangerous confrontation. The woman, driving a Mercedes, attempted to run over her estranged husband in a Kmart parking lot. He narrowly escaped, causing her car to crash into a palm tree. Indian River County deputies quickly responded to the scene after witnesses reported the erratic behavior and crash. For more incredible stories like this, please like this video and subscribe to Cop Stream.
Your keys. Come in front of the vehicle. Tell me what's going on.
My husband.
What do you mean your husband?
My husband.
Okay, how is it your husband's fault?
Yeah. He works right here.
Your husband?
My husband works right there.
So why are you over here?
I just come here. I own that business.
How did that happen? Did you talk to us?
A broken heart.
Did you try to hurt yourself and drive into the tree on purpose? You said a broken heart, so I'm trying to figure out.
I'm trying to figure it out too. I don't know how that happened.
During the investigation, the woman appeared confused and possibly impaired. Witnesses observed that she made several attempts to reverse her car, which had crashed into a tree, and repeatedly asked for help to get it out from under the tree. Her erratic behavior and difficulty in handling the situation led to the suspicion that she might have been under the influence of alcohol or drug. In Florida, driving under the influence, DUI, is governed by Section 316.193 of the Florida statutes. The law outlines that any individual operating a vehicle with a blood alcohol concentration EPAC of 0.8 or higher, or while under the influence of alcohol or drugs to the extent that their normal faculties are impaired, can be charged with DUI. For a first offense, penalties can include fines ranging from $500 to $1,000, up to 6 months in jail, mandatory community service, probation, and a driver's license suspension for a minimum of 6 months. If the BAC is 0.15 or higher, or if there is a minor in the vehicle, the penalties increase, with fines up to $2,000 and possible imprisonment for up to 9 months.
She's over there if you want to go over there.
So y'all did get, okay.
Yeah.
I just took a quick picture of her.
Did you see her behind the wheel?
She got in the car and tried to back up multiple times and then was asking me to push her car, and we're like, man, you're stuck, you gotta get a tow truck.
Okay.
So we didn't help her, but we made sure that she was okay. She seemed a little impaired, but...
Can you just hang out for me real quick? Did you see her get out of the car?
Yes, she pushed it that way.
Okay, can you hang out for me real quick? Did you see her get out of the car? Okay.
The husband recounted that they had been arguing about the divorce, and when he attempted to leave, she suddenly accelerated towards him with her car. Fortunately, he managed to dodge her, causing her to crash into it. Further investigation revealed that she had removed the license plate from her car and fled the scene in an attempt to avoid taking responsibility for her actions. In Florida, the woman's actions could lead to severe legal consequences under specific state laws. Attempted vehicular homicide falls under Florida statutes Section 782251, which outlines the penalties for attempted murder, including using a vehicle as a deadly weapon. This charge can result in a felony conviction, carrying a potential prison sentence of up to 15 years, along with substantial fines. Additionally, fleeing the scene of an accident is governed by Florida statutes, Section 316.61. If the accident involved injury or significant property damage, this offense can lead to a third-degree felony, punishable by up to 5 years in prison, a $5,000 fine, and the revocation of the driver's license. Given the severity of her actions, the woman could face multiple charges, each with significant penalties, as she attempted to evade responsibility for her reckless behavior.
Do you have a license plate on your car?
Yes, of course I do.
They said there wasn't one on there. You have it in your purse. Why do you have it? All right. So, but I got 3 witnesses on scene, so I don't know if you want to assess her or if they're...
I think, yeah, they just asked.
That's locked. She's got the keys on it. So you weren't trying to hurt yourself, nothing like that?
No, not at all. He did this.
How did he do that, though? He wasn't in the car with you.
He was not in the car with me. He was right in front of me.
Try to like aim at him or something and hit the tree, or I'm just trying to figure out how in a desolate parking lot you hit a palm tree. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Can you answer that? Somebody's go talk to the witness. I guess she said aim at her boyfriend. They said the witness came up to the rescue and told him that she aimed to try to hit her boyfriend.
In the end, the woman was charged with attempted vehicular homicide and fleeing the scene of an accident. She was taken into custody and held without bond while awaiting her first court appearance. During the booking process, it was revealed that she had a history of similar incidents, including a previous arrest for causing a disturbance.
We're married, but getting divorced.
So where were you at?
We were right here. So first I'm coming in this way and I see her and she like turns to me and like, dead stops me, and then I gotta go around her. We're sitting right here arguing and she's like telling me, I don't know, I need to get the lawyer, this and that, some stupid shit. And I'm like, just get your lawyer, that's it. We don't need to talk, you don't need to see me, blah, blah, blah. Floors it at me and I get right here and I just kind of act like I was gonna turn this way, and then I turned hard this way and she was going way too fast and bam!
At a bond, the judge's part of her bond is no contact with you in any form. The same as her training order.
Yeah.
She can't call you, she can't text you, can't email you, can't go to your house. Any of that is a violation of her bond release, and she'll go back.
Not to call, obviously, or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
She doesn't. I don't. I don't want to send her.
The husband expressed his fear and concern for his safety, explaining that this was not the first time she had threatened him. Due to her erratic and dangerous behavior, which he viewed as a serious threat to his life, he decided to file for a restraining order against.
Me and this gentleman right here, we came when I was in here working, and I heard this bang, boom, boom. What the hell was that? So I come out the door, and that truck is on top of that tree.
I'm sorry?
He's got drug gun.
Okay. All right.
At her first court appearance, the judge took immediate action by issuing a no-contact order, which strictly prohibited the woman from communicating with her husband in any way. In addition to this, she faced multiple serious charges, including attempted vehicular homicide, driving under the influence, and fleeing the scene of an accident. To further protect her husband and the public, the judge set her bond with strict conditions, ensuring that she would be closely monitored while awaiting trial.
Look at the skid marks, like on the road where he was at, and she floored it. He moved out of the way, he drove his vehicle out of the way. I guess she took her tag off and booked it, so yeah, so good video though.
You know what you got on you too. I'm gonna rat. I'm gonna be a rat. You got your.
You don't have any injuries, anything like that? I wasn't.
Nah, she didn't hit me. I just moved out of the way. I swerved the car out of the way, and then she went right past me.
Are you afraid?
So yeah, this is not the first time. They found a gun in her car. They found a loaded rifle. I don't know if she was trying to shoot me that day or what, but...
Have you obtained a restraining order against her?
Yeah.
Did she threaten to hurt you in the future?
Yes. How so? Yeah, killing me, basically.
And that motherfucker right there is the highest coded boss.
Okay, can you walk me through?
Because he like sped like a motherfucking maniac, and all I wanted to do is sign divorce papers, and I don't know how I ended up like that.
In the next incident on December 12th, 2022, a woman encountered legal trouble after spending the evening at Big Daddy's, a club renowned for its darts and relaxed setting. The situation unfolded when a police officer observed her driving in an erratic manner, prompting him to initiate a traffic stop. This stop led to her arrest on charges of driving under the influence of DUI.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm Sergeant Moore with the Benton Police Department. You have your driver's license with you? Where are you coming from tonight? You alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Alright, where are we coming from tonight?
Hanging out with some friends.
Oh yeah, where at?
Big Daddy's.
What's that?
Like, club darts.
Okay. Was it a
Pool
good time?
hall. Am I driving bad?
Yeah, you're going too fast.
Sorry.
You're swerving and stuff. You still live in Sanford? Just give me a few minutes and let me check your license and I'll be right with you, alright? 30 to 74, are you available?
When the officer approached, she seemed disoriented but polite, admitting she had been at Big Daddy's and another local party at Mango's. She was evasive about her alcohol intake, stating she had a couple of drinks but couldn't be specific.
That's perfectly fine. I prefer that. Alright, let's go back here. We'll just get off the road a little bit. Yes. Okay, so you said you're coming from Big Daddy's, is that what you called?
Yes.
Where is that? Is that the only place you went tonight?
No.
Okay, where else?
There was a holiday party for a company party.
Where was that at?
I work at Mango's. Mango's is on, like, I drive.
So they had a party, where was that at? Was that at Mango's?
Yes.
Okay. So how many drinks did you have throughout the night?
Can't account.
So, would you say more than 5?
I would rather not speak about it.
So, well, I'd like you to do field sobriety exercises. Are you willing to do that with me?
I'm sorry?
Would you do field sobriety exercises with me?
No.
Okay.
The situation was further complicated when the woman's designated driver arrived late, attempting to assume responsibility for driving. Despite this, the officer chose to proceed with the investigation to ensure public safety. The designated driver was instructed to wait while the officer continued to assess the woman's...
In court later.
I know how if I refuse, I go to jail anyway.
Well, not necessarily, but your refusal can be used against you in court. What you're refusing to, the first thing I'd like to do is just take a look at your eyes. Would you let me do that? You okay with that? So what I'd like to have you do is stand just about right here and face your car.
But you're asking me to do something
So
not.
So what you're going to do is you just need to be able to see my finger well enough to follow it back and forth.
I understand.
That's
but
it.
You're asking me just I don't want to say that. I said, no, I'm not. I don't want to. I want to go home. So you can look at my eyes.
That's what I want to do.
Yes. But you can look at my eyes.
Yeah. So what I'd like you to do is follow my finger with your eyes and your eyes.
Look at my eyes, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So
close
keep
my
your head
eyes,
still.
that's fine. I understand.
I want you to follow.
But you're putting lashes, you're flashing me in my eye.
You gotta
It's
be able to
something
see.
that I'm not, I know that what you're asking.
What am I asking?
To look in my eyes.
You said I could.
Sure, but you're blinding me.
So will you?
How am I supposed to look at? Yes. Look in my
understand?
eyes. You said, can I look in your eyes? Yes.
Are you willing to do this exercise? It's a field sobriety
No,
exercise.
I don't want to do a sobriety.
Is there a reason why you don't want to do that?
Well, now I feel like entrapment because
What
you're
do you
asking me a question. Now you're switching it.
I'm not switching it.
Yes, because you asked me that question.
I asked if I could look at your eyes. This is for the exercise. So you're saying you're not going to do the one.
I'm not saying that. I don't think it's fair. Obviously, you wear glasses. You're doing a sobriety on me.
So
Obviously,
I've done
I'm
this
not.
thousands of times.
And that's fine.
But let me explain it to you.
Then the officer requested that the woman perform field sobriety tests to assess her ability to drive. Initially, she was resistant, citing issues with her glasses and claiming that the tests were unfair. Despite her reluctance, she eventually agreed to undergo some of the tests but continued to be argumentative, frequently interrupting the officer and questioning the procedures. As the interaction progressed, it became evident that the woman was not fully cooperating. The officer repeatedly instructed her to follow his finger with her eyes, which is a standard test for horizontal gaze nystagmus. She struggled to complete the test without moving her head. Her behavior, combined with the results of the preliminary tests, led the officer to suspect that she was impaired. In the United States, the legal framework for driving under the influence DI is governed by state laws, and the specific penalties can vary from state to state. In Florida, DUI offenses are regulated under Florida statutes, section 316.193. Under this law, if a driver is found to be under the influence of alcohol or drugs, the penalties can vary based on factors such as their blood alcohol concentration (BISCA) and whether it is a repeat offense. For a first DUI offense, the penalties can include fines ranging from $500 to $1,000, imprisonment for up to 6 months, probation for up to 1 year, and a license suspension of up to 6 months. Additionally, the offender may be required to complete up to 50 hours of community service. If the BAC is 0.15 or higher, which is classified as a high BAC, the penalties become more severe. In such cases, fines range from $1,000 to $2,000, imprisonment can extend up to 9 months, probation can last up to 1 year, and the license suspension period is a minimum of 180 days to 1 year. Attendance at a mandatory DUI school is also required. These penalties are intended to address the seriousness of driving under the influence and to promote public safety.
You look me up.
I did not look you up.
Well, I do have a DUI already.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest
How
with you.
long ago was it?
In 2016, which it took years, it did take a while to kind of process it. You know, all I want to do is go home. I just want to go home or whatever I have to do. I don't want to deal with this again. So, yes.
Unfortunately, we're here dealing with it. We have
I
to
understand
deal with
that, and I know that that's what we're doing.
it. So, but you don't want to do the exercises.
But I don't want to go for something that I don't need
I don't
to
want
do.
to take you to jail for
I just
something
want to go
else.
home.
I don't want to take you
And
to
that's
jail.
what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
So
the first one, taking off your glasses just so I can clearly see your eyes. That's all. But you have to be able to stand and follow my finger with your eyes only.
I can't without my glasses.
You can though. You can. Trust me. You can. Trust me.
Okay.
Okay? So go ahead and stand with your feet all the way together. See my finger okay?
Yes.
All right.
We are on a limp. But I'm just telling you.
I understand. I'm
that
not looking. I'm not looking.
I know you're not looking, but I want everyone to know that we're
everybody
not.
knows.
We're not here.
Everybody
we're
knows.
here.
If we're gonna walk the line, we'll do it back there where it's level. Okay? Can
Okay.
you follow my finger?
Well,
are you done or no?
No, I just want to make sure that
You're fine.
I'm not
You're
standing
fine.
straight
I'm not
when
looking for
it's
that.
not.
I just need you to keep your head. I'm not looking for that. Okay?
The officer explained to the woman that her refusal to complete the field sobriety tests and her erratic driving provided sufficient grounds for her arrest. In the United States, refusing to complete field sobriety tests when requested by law enforcement can lead to severe legal consequences. In Florida, for example, under Florida statutes section 316.1932, which governs implied consent laws, a driver who refuses to submit to a breath, urine, or blood test following a DUI arrest faces specific penalties. Refusal to take these tests can result in an automatic license suspension of 1 year for a first offense and 18 months for a subsequent refusal. Additionally, the refusal can be used as evidence against the driver in court, potentially leading to harsher penalties if convicted of DUIA, including increased fines, longer jail time, and extended probation.
It doesn't have any difference. You're able to hold your head still and look at my finger.
How am I going to hold it still if I'm not on a straight balance?
You were able to walk and turn. We'll go back there.
I don't want to do a walk and turn. I just want to hold.
Stand?
I don't want to do anything.
So you're saying I'm not doing any more?
I would prefer not to do anymore. I feel like I've done enough. I feel that you're making me, that it's...
Do you think you've had too much to drink to drive?
Honestly, I don't. Was I speeding? I don't know. I don't know why I'm being pulled over.
Well, I told you that.
Hey, if I was speeding and I was swerving, I will Uber home.
Do you need to Uber home if that's all you were doing?
Because you're telling me that I'm speeding and swerving. So, if I need to be safe, I have not been drunk in my life like that.
Never been drunk?
I'm not saying that I've never been drunk. I'm just saying you're saying drunk in your life. I said I've not been like that. Am I falling down drunk?
You know yourself better than anybody else.
I know that, and I'm just telling you, all I want to do is that it's better for me to Uber myself home. Can I do that? What would you like me to do?
Do you want to do the walk and turn?
I don't want to do it. I want to Uber home, but I mean, you tell me what I need to do for you to make you happy.
Well, to help me alleviate concerns
but me getting home is another. So what can I do to get myself home?
Despite her protests and her request to use Uber to get home, she was taken into custody for a DUIU. The officer informed her of her rights and explained the procedure for administering a breath test at the downtown station, ensuring that all necessary protocols were followed.
I wasn't trying to be rude.
I don't think you're being rude. I just think you've had a lot more than you should to drink and drive tonight. Are you want to take a breath test downtown? I'll search around the piece of paper. Make sure you search around this side.
Oh my gosh, they're just gonna fall off. They're loose anyway. They're gonna fall. That's why I don't usually wear them. No, he's the only number that I need.
So we'll bring the phone with us then.
No, just his number.
In the end, the woman's case resulted in significantly harsher penalties due to her previous DUI conviction. The court imposed a fine of up to $2,000 and sentenced her to a maximum of 9 months in jail. Her driver's license was suspended for an extended period, and she was mandated to complete community service. Additionally, the court required the installation of an ignition interlock device in her vehicle. These penalties are intended to address the severity of repeat DUI offenses and ensure greater public safety. Next, let's dive into the next case, which takes a dangerous turn. On March 20th, 2022, sheriff's deputies in Florida were already grappling with a perilous situation involving 3 juveniles who had carelessly tossed debris onto a heavily trafficked street. Just as the deputies were trying to manage this hazard, a vehicle barreled towards their patrol car at an alarmingly high speed. The vehicle came dangerously close to the patrol car, and the reckless driver's behavior turned the scene into a grave threat, endangering both the officers and the unsuspecting juveniles. Next, let's dive into the next case, which takes a dangerous turn. On March 20th, 2022, sheriff's deputies in Florida were already grappling with a perilous situation involving 3 juveniles who had carelessly tossed debris onto a heavily trafficked street. Just as the deputies were trying to manage this hazard, a vehicle barreled towards their patrol car at an alarmingly high speed. The vehicle came dangerously close to the patrol car, and the reckless driver's behavior turned the scene into a grave threat, endangering both the officers and the unsuspecting juveniles.
What are you doing? Put your car in park. Put it in park. Put it in park. Simple instructions.
I know. Oh my God.
You almost ran into us.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Unlock the car.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
Don't want to hear it. Get your driver license, your proof of insurance, and your registration. Driver license, proof of insurance, and registration.
Tell her to put this window down.
Put the window down, ma'am. Put the window down.
I am.
Okay, and get the stuff I'm requesting.
I am.
Why is the window not down? Put your window down.
Who's what? Shut your car off. I'm not going to ask you again. If I have to tell you again, you're going to get out of the car.
Oh my God, I'm at my friend's house. He's like...
Do you see how close you are to this police car?
Yes, I do.
Do you know how fast you were going? I had to car because you were so close to rear-ending the car. It's nighttime, it's dark, and there's a bunch of blue, red, and white flashing lights, and you got this close to a police car going the speed you were going. Recognizing the imminent danger, the deputies urgently directed the driver to stop and turn off her vehicle.
They noticed clear signs of intoxication, including difficulty following instructions and disoriented responses. She was slow to provide her driver's license, insurance, and registration, further indicating impairment. In Florida, driving under the influence DUI is regulated by Florida statutes, Section 316.193. This law stipulates that a driver is considered impaired if their blood alcohol concentration (BACA) is 0.8 or higher for commercial drivers. The limit is 0.4, and for drivers under 21, it is 0.2. Penalties for DUI conviction depend on the offense's severity and the driver's prior record. For a first-time offender, penalties may include fines ranging from $500 to $1,000, up to 6 months of imprisonment, probation for up to 1 year, a license suspension for up to 6 months, and up to 50 hours of community service. If the BAC is 0.15 or higher, which is classified as a high BAC, the penalties are more severe. This may involve fines from $1,000 to $2,000, up to 9 months of imprisonment, probation for up to 1 year, a minimum license suspension of 180 days to 1 year, and mandatory DUI school attendance.
And the registration. You still haven't given me those items yet.
My license.
Ma'am, you know you were speeding. I thought
I
ma'am.
didn't. I'm like,
Ma'am, I didn't see you speeding. That's what you're telling me. You almost ran into the car.
I'm not.
Have you had anything to drink tonight? So, ma'am, what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you step out of the vehicle. Here, go ahead and step out of the vehicle for me. Step out of the car, ma'am, and I'm gonna talk to you outside of the car. You're gonna come to the front hood of your car. Here, lean up against your car right here. How much did you have to drink tonight?
I was at a dinner party at my friend's house. 2 drinks of vodka. I don't know, 2 hours. Like,
all right, Yankee. We're dealing with.
I'm not drunk.
Another
I'm so not. 2 drinks.
Ma'am, son.
I'm not.
Ma'am,
I know.
Ma'am,
I know. He was at the house.
Okay. I wasn't worried about when you got behind the wheel of a car
Really?
and operated.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
Right now, based off of my observations of the way you're driving and almost rear-ending my car.
I didn't rear into your
Almost.
car. I'm way up behind you.
Okay, ma'am. You
Stop.
were speeding and...
Stop.
Okay.
The deputies instructed the driver to exit her vehicle for further questioning. She resisted, argued that she hadn't been drinking excessively, and even tried to use her job as a high school teacher to plead for leniency, despite admitting to having 2 vodka drinks. She insisted it didn't affect her driving. In Florida, resisting arrest is regulated by Florida statutes, Section 843.2, which criminalizes the act of resisting, obstructing, or opposing a law enforcement officer while they are performing their duties. For resisting arrest without violence, the penalties can include fines of up to $1,000, imprisonment for up to 1 year in county jail, and probation for up to 1 year. If the resistance involves violence, the charges escalate to a felony, carrying significantly harsher penalties, including larger fines and longer prison sentences. The exact consequences depend on the details of the case and the individual's criminal record.
You follow rules and see if that's where you want to be the whole rest of your life and your future, and stay there for a night or 2 and see how you like it.
Who's yelling? Who is this person? I'm a teacher. I'm at school. I'm at the freaking high school. Please, I'm not a mess. Oh my God.
I promise you, I barely saw it, and my was like, hey, this car about to hit us. And we just stopped the car. She's not retaining anything we're telling her. She's not getting the information we needed, and she appears to be in.
Go home.
Ma'am, can you focus for a second? Just for a second. 2 hours ago, what you were saying?
I don't know. It was a party.
Okay, you don't know.
It was a party over in...
So after you had drinks, you got it behind you with the car.
Please.
Ma'am, I'm actually...
Let me go home. I'm a teacher. I work at the high school.
Throughout the encounter, she was uncooperative, refused sobriety tests, and showed erratic behavior. This led to her arrest on charges of resisting arrest and suspected DUI due to her impaired coordination and strong smell of alcohol.
To perform some exercises?
No, I wouldn't.
Okay, so...
I got nothing to prove for you.
All right, so I'm going to let you know right now. If you deny doing these exercises, you could be criminal.
I know.
So I'm letting you know if you refuse to do the exercise, you can be placed up.
I am not intoxicated.
Okay. Do you want to do the exercises?
What? What do you want me to do?
You're going to perform some exercises.
Oh my God.
If you don't want to do it, that's fine. I'm going to force you to do it.
God,
Following her arrest, she faced serious legal consequences. She was charged with driving under the influence, EOI, and resisting arrest. During her court proceedings, evidence of her intoxication, such as her failed sobriety tests and high blood alcohol content, EAAU, was presented. As a result, she could face penalties including substantial fines, suspension of her driver's license, mandatory participation in alcohol education programs, and potentially jail time, all of which would be influenced by the severity of her offense and any previous convictions.
Come over to my car. I don't want to have to drag you. I'm actually nice. Can you walk over here? I don't want to do that. You walk over here?
Yes, of course I
let's
can.
walk. Let's walk. Here, have a seat. Have a seat in the back seat of my car. Have a seat in the back seat of my car. Have a seat, ma'am. Ma'am, please do this. I don't want to force you in the back seat of the car. Just, can you have a seat? Watch your head.
What are your thoughts on the actions of these Karens? Please share your comments with us. And don't forget to subscribe to Cop's Dream for more engaging and informative content. Thank you for watching.